Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the EVA match briefing for the Irish team. I have on my immediate right assistant coach Mike Catt. Then we have number 8 Caelan Dorris and hooker Dan Sheehan. Remember, question, put your hand up in the air for a microphone and we can start straight away. First question, please. Okay, here in the front.
Hi, Mike. Did Mac come through okay in the captain's run there?
Yeah, everybody's fit. Mac looking sprightly as ever, so he's gone well.
A heavily strapped calf, there's no negatives to that. He's all good to run freely, is he?
He's all good to run freely.
And James Ryan, we saw, is back with the squad. Can you give us an update on how he's doing?
Yeah, James doing really well. As you saw, Robbie Henshaw and James are obviously out there at training this morning, so they're progressing really nicely, so they'll be available for next week.
Last one on this. Did James have a procedure on his wrist, or what was the story there?
Yeah.
Question? At the back.
Finito.
Hi, Henri Ignacia from Canal Plus French TV. May I ask you a question in French, please? In French?
Yes, that's fine.
Une question pour...
I'll ask the question in French, if I may, and if you're all fitted with your headsets. So, how do you go about this quarterfinal, knowing that Ireland has never actually gone beyond that stage of your previous competitions?
You'll take this one? Yeah, French, please.
It feels like it is a different group. It feels like quite a long time since the last one. There's obviously, neither of us were there the last time. There's been a lot of experience over the last 3 or 4 years with this group. We've built a lot of confidence through those experiences, through some pretty big wins. New Zealand last year, New Zealand at home, South Africa. It's been quite a big journey with this group, and along that, through the coaches, through our plan, through the players' ability and our want to get better, there's a lot of belief that's been built in this last period. So we're drawing on that and not looking back too much further. I'm sure some of the more experienced older guys might take some things as well, going back even longer. But the last 3 or 4 years has been an unbelievable journey for us, and there's a lot of belief and confidence that have come from that.
Okay, gentleman over here.
That's right. Mike, in the whatever months since the series last year, what have you seen in the All Blacks' progression, and having done really well in attack against them last time, what kind of improvements have they made in defence, and what sort of a challenge is it for you guys to break them down on Saturday?
Well, I think what we've seen is the good All Blacks of old, really, of New Zealand of old. Exceptionally dangerous ball in hand. I think Joe's definitely brought a physicality at the breakdown and their ball carrying. Obviously, it was something that Joe was massively passionate about with Ireland as well. So, especially in the wide breakdowns, Ricky Aoni, these guys are big guys, and they put a lot of pressure in those areas. So it's making sure that we match them physically, but being technically good on the same breath. But across the board, they've got a hell of a lot of experience. Even coming off the bench, Sam Whitelock, these guys that have got hundreds of caps really. So they're very experienced side, and they know exactly what they need to do to win these big occasions. So it's going to be a great test match, and we're looking forward to it, obviously.
Okay, gentleman here on the left.
Dan, how are things? Just a follow-up to the question that I think Caelan was asked. Because you, the two of you guys haven't been there in 2019, is there a fearlessness that comes with that you haven't had maybe the baggage that other guys have had?
Yeah, I think it's, as Caelan said, it's a completely new squad. Our mindset is different. I think, I obviously have no experience of earlier squads, but, that probably the more experienced lads have shared their thoughts on it. But I think it's just, you treat it like another game. It's knockout rugby, but, I think you can build these games up as much as you want, but it can end up affecting you if you give it too much attention. We need to stick to our preparation. We've been doing it for the last 3 years pretty consistently at a good level. So I think in my head and in most of the squad's head, it's going to be pretty much same old test rugby. You're in an Irish jersey, you go out and perform.
Mike, you're a World Cup winner and you're a World Cup runner-up. Is there anything, and you're the skills coach here, is there anything specific about the Ireland backs that you've noticed is different as a unit? Or maybe it's that Mike Hansen has got more speed than anybody else we've ever seen before. Do we have, for instance, is it our catching ability, our innate GAA-ness, or is there spatial awareness? Could you just tell us what's different about, I'm specifically talking about our three quarters and our fullback?
Well, just good rugby players ultimately. You know, they love the game. But I think also, what we've shown over the past 3-4 years is the togetherness of the backs, well, and the forwards as a team really. Our togetherness is huge, and you know, we fully understand what we're trying to achieve. The players fully understand what they need to achieve or want to achieve. And now it's up to them to go out and perform and make sure that happens. But yeah, all different types of backgrounds, you know, Gaelic, whether it's Aussie rules for a Mac or something like that. But ultimately, they're nice and calm, and the decision making has been very, very good recently. So that's what we sort of base it on, is being calm enough to make the right decisions, and the skill becomes easy.
Okay, TVNZ at the back here.
Mike up the back in the cheap
the back.
seats. Did you guys have a team photographer at the All Blacks training run yesterday? If so, is that something you normally do?
You'd have to. Sorry, I wasn't part of that. So.
But it was
Did
open.
we?
So, it was open, so I assume you're allowed for the first 15 minutes like anybody.
I don't know.
Yeah, yes, the rules say yes. As long as they're standing with the rest of the photographers as a non-right sort of photographer, they can.
So you did have someone there or not?
No, I don't know.
You don't know?
Don't know.
Okay.
The agency could have been there working.
Just quickly, Mark Talia dropped for the game through disciplinary reasons. How surprised are you by that? Is that something this Irish team would do as well?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't know any detail on the back of that. So obviously they've got certain protocols in place the players need to adhere to, and they've done it accordingly. So it'd be wrong of me to say anything about it without actually knowing anything about it. So that's their choice.
Okay, Christian at the front here.
Caelan, I'll come to you in this one. Just about the sense of occasion in those minutes pre-match tomorrow that we know is going to happen. It's different tomorrow is that we'll have the haka. Have you planned anything in terms of how you're going to receive that challenge as a team? And just second part of that, just tell us what it is like in those moments playing New Zealand before kick-off when you do face the haka. What's going through your mind?
Yeah, there'll be excitement, there'll be a lot of nerves. Usually for me anyway, the nerves are kind of probably peak a couple of hours out, and as we get to the change room, get out onto the pitch for the warm-up, it kind of dissipates a little bit. But yeah, in the few minutes there'll be nerves, there'll be excitement, there'll be kind of an eagerness to get stuck in. In terms of the haka, we'll probably do what we've done quite a bit in terms of the 10-metre line and maybe flirting with that a little bit. But no, looking forward to it big time.
Okay, question here.
Mike, Caelan spoke about the journey this side have been on over the last 3 or 4 years. Do you feel like as a squad, as a coaching unit, that you've done everything you can do, ticked off every box along the way to be ready for this moment tomorrow night?
Well, we'll find out in the result, won't we, really, ultimately. But yeah, listen, it's been an amazing journey. The boys have been incredible, and where we've come from, where they've come from, where we've got to, how we've learned as a group of coaches as well. You know, we've put in some really big performances, and it's moments like tomorrow night that, you know, we need to step up and perform again. So, you know, we're massively proud of it. It doesn't mean that you're going to win a game. But, you know, we know if we put in a performance and what we've achieved over the past sort of 2-3 years, then, you know, you give yourself a chance. And ultimately, that's what international rugby is about. So it's been a brilliant journey. It's been an amazing journey. So see how long it continues for.